Headlines on Honor 103.5 FM. My name is Eniola Afolabi, the sports marshal, your anchor on the program this beautiful Wednesday morning. Ayomiko is keeping his shirt intact on the program this lovely Wednesday morning. The midweek edition of Sports Today on Honor 103.5 FM. Ayo, good morning to you. Welcome to Honor 103.5 FM Sports Studio.
Yeah,
a familiar terrain for you.
Good morning to you, and good morning to you, sport lover. This beautiful Wednesday morning. It's cold here in the studio, and it's a perfect time to talk sports.
It's always very, very cold.
Very cold.
Even if it's
outside.
Hot, it's still cold.
It's still cold
inside the studio. Yeah. Okay, quite an interesting and a lot of stories to talk about on the program this morning. Well, the FIFA Women's World Cup is still very much on, and Nigeria now know our opponents as far as the next stage is concerned, the round of 16. We're going to be talking about that on the program this morning. We also have stories as far as transfer is concerned. I want us to talk more on transfer this morning. Lot of stories. Protracted transfer issue of Hurricane, and Ayo, what we are hearing this morning is that Hurricane may choose to stay with Tottenham Hotspur if they couldn't resolve the issue before the start of Premier League later this month. Report has it that he's not looking at disrupting Tottenham Hotspur's campaign. I mean, maybe that will give Tottenham Hotspur an opportunity to actually drag so that they can keep their prized assets. Yeah,
sometimes I don't know what happened right there at Tottenham, why they delay their major transfer. I could recall the time of Luka Modric also. I think they have to delay to the last minute. It happens to Kai Walker also, and several other players right there in Tottenham Hotspur. So, like I said yesterday, we are expecting that big move to see Hurricane leave Tottenham Hotspur to a bigger side where he can have a middleweight to his name, because he has several goals. But then, when it comes to major silverware, he's still one of the players that has not won any major silverware to his name. So, I was thinking he's going to make.
Which minor trophy has he won?
Nothing, but probably the preseason tournament.
Maybe one of the biggest players at the moment who hasn't won anything.
Maybe just one of them. Yeah.
Okay, we'll still talk about more transfer stories this morning. Chelsea, I mean, as much as they are shipping out players, they are also shipping in players.
Yeah.
I don't understand. They just bought Ugo Chukwu from France yesterday, and they are still thinking of loaning him out. We'll get to talk about that. But let's come back home to talk about, turn our attention to the House of Representatives, where the House Committee on Sports has revealed plans to build sports facilities across 774 local governments in Nigeria. Chairman, Federal House of Representatives Committee on Sports, that's Honorable Ekene Adams, revealed the committee's plan to build sports facilities across 774 local governments in Nigeria. At a media party yesterday held in Abuja, the Kaduna State-born lawmaker called on all sports stakeholders in the country to come together and embrace peace for the growth and development of sports in Nigeria, and in making sure that the agenda of building at least one sports facility in a local government is achievable. He assured that the wider consultations, their door will continually be open to every stakeholder to come in and offer bits and pieces of advice, which they will in turn provide solutions to, so as to see that sports reclaim its lost glory in Nigeria. Let me first ask of your reaction to, Federal House of Representatives proposing to build sports facilities in 774 local governments in Nigeria.
Honestly, to me, I think is a welcome development. I was talking to a friend, and we were talking about developing sports from the grassroots. And if we have all these sports centers in all local governments here in Nigeria, I think it's going to develop, our grassroots talents. We're going to discover several talents taken from football, taken from basketball, tennis, and several other sporting events. So I believe it's a welcome development. But then, how are they going to make it possible? That is the problem. How are we going to get sponsorship from this thing? How the fund is going to come in from for development of these centers is the major issue. If if the federal government can release funds to develop these centers, will it be actualized at the end of the day? That is the major question.
And aside that, you know, for me, just like you said in sports development, government responsibility is to provide the infrastructure and facilities, and private individuals to come in, own these clubs, own these competitions, and because usually, most often, private individuals may not have enough financial structures to build the infrastructures. But when government provide those infrastructures, they can also come in to help develop sports in those areas, rather than house committee or ministry focusing on how Super Eagles play, how Falcons play, how the Tigers plays. I mean, I think their primary responsibilities should be providing infrastructures.
Yeah, definitely. I think their primary assignment is just to provide this infrastructure for players to develop. They should not focus on the Super Eagles alone. I mean, we have the under-19, we have the under-9 grade of football also. So if we have this local development in every local government in Nigeria, trust me, when it comes to developing talents, we know we have talent here in Nigeria, but some of these players, some of these talent did not have the opportunity, to even test better facilities also. So I think it's a good development, but then let us see it actualized first.
Okay, let's bring the conversation, narrow it down to your state now, and draw some comparison. In your state now, for the administration of Seyi Makinde that renovated and upgraded some of our sports facilities. We barely have standard sports facilities, and up to today, even outside Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, we do not really have any reasonable standard sporting facility.
To me, I think is a progress. It's a process rather. I could just recall what happened at the Adamasingba Stadium. It was renovated, and the one right there at Ogbomosho, and there are some other local facilities also that has been renovated also. I think it's just a process here in Oyo State, and definitely before the end of this tenure, I will see more of those structures.
But
also,
my concern is for us, for a government, or for us as a state, to shift our attention to real sports development. I've always been an advocate of government and of sponsorship of club sites in Oyo State. And I want to draw my comparison and do some basic calculations. Maybe you can share my opinion or even modify my opinion. Okay, for now, let's say Shooting Stars, not even let's say, Shooting Stars get about 20 to 25 million naira every month.
As a subvention?
As subvention. Imagine that 25 million naira per month is there. And they're not spending it on Shooting Stars. And they are spending it to upgrade the sporting facilities or to maintain sporting facilities across different centers in Oyo State. Don't you think sports will get to this grassroots and we'll have more people participating and more private individuals, coming in to really support?
Yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. You know, when we focus our attention on the grassroots, I'm one of the persons that believe in developing the grassroots talent, because I know there's a lot of grassroots talent right there that nobody's even seeing. They don't even have the platform to showcase their talent. So if the government can focus on developing this grassroots talent, trust me, we don't have any problem.
I remember when this German Bundesliga side, Offenham, started. Offenham, it's a village club. The population of the village is not even up to 100,000. And they have a standard stadium, they have a pitch, they have a platform, they have everything. And it's been sponsored by the locals. I think we should also turn our attention to, government should turn our attention to sports infrastructure development, rather than being a player in sponsorship of actions on the field. Here
in Nigeria, I think it's different, because we can easily start up this process also, but to maintain it is actually the problem.
That's exactly what we are saying.
To maintain it is
the same way we are maintaining club sides.
Yeah.
I've just given an analysis that Shooting Stars get as much as 20 to 25 million naira every month. And add it to the subvention that they are giving to Crown FC too. imagine that subvention is being spent on maintaining sports facilities across the state.
Yeah, that's if you have the right structure.
We will not have a case of boxers having to train without
gloves.
Gymnasts having to train without a
weightlifters.
A very, very reasonable mat. Because I don't see, for me, that's my opinion. I don't see sense in you spending that much on shooting stars, and you have gymnasts having to train with worn-out mats. How much do you buy mats? You know, how much do you buy mats? How much do you buy gloves? How much do you buy all these equipment that we can, especially for individual sports, that can even bring more glory and more people participating than football?
Honestly, it's possible if we have the right structure in other sports apart from football, like you just mentioned gymnastics, like you just mentioned boxing. If we have the right structure, that if any money is be challenged to that structure, there will be a proper accountability for it. So definitely we can do that here in Nigeria too.
Okay, let's leave that. Maybe, just maybe, the people concerned are listening, and it's not just listening. Maybe they share our optimism too. Share our idea on sports development, especially at the local level here in Nigeria. Let's turn our attention to basketball this morning, because today, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, all eyes will be on the indoor sports hall in Kigali, the capital of Rwanda, as the Tigers, defending champions of Africa in the Afro basket, they file out against their Mozambican counterpart. Mozambique defeated Ivory Coast yesterday to set up a quarter-final clash against the Nigerian D Tigers. This is a big game for Nigeria.
Yeah. Big game and a big opponent. Yesterday we spoke about the match between Mozambique and Ivory Coast, and just yesterday we saw Mozambique.
And I remember telling you that
you said
Ivory Coast. They are not that big. Like you think.
And it happened yesterday. Mozambique showed a lot of class by scoring 70 points overall to 48. So. And I understand that the Mozambique dominated majority part of that game. Now we'll be playing against another strong opponent, Mozambique, when it comes to basketball here in Africa, which I still believe we should be able to get the result from that game. So later today, we are expecting our team, to do us proud again. It's not about Mozambique now.
The Ivorians that you are actually projecting and they couldn't even make it to the quarterfinal from the. They had to rely on playoff.
You have to rely on playoff now.
And they lost. They even lost the playoff to Mozambique.
Yeah, I was thinking, because when I was following their process coming to this competition, they have a better plan. They have a better process before this tournament. So I was thinking they are going to bring a very difficult challenge against Mozambique.
Their men defeated under strength D Tigers.
Yeah, currently the level of basketball in Ivory Coast right now is currently moving forward, and they have a very good structure when it comes to their basketball. So I was thinking they are bringing that vibe and that process to this tournament. But then Mozambique showed them a whole lot of class yesterday.
Okay, let's go on a commercial break at the moment. When we come back, we talk more on football, and of course, we hit stories on transfer. Interesting stories from the transfer market. Take it over from us. We'll be back after the commercial break.
On 103.5 FM.
Are you in need of captivating graphic designs? Would you like to print banners, stickers and flyers? Immaculate Digital Prints got you covered. We offer all kinds of printing services and production of jotters, paper bags and programs for events. For more inquiries, kindly check in at Suite 3, Praise Complex, Darlington Street, Mokola, Ibadan, or call 0810-9873-754 or 0708-644-1109, or check out our IG page at Immaculate Digital Prints NG. Immaculate Digital Prints, delighting hearts.
Oh la la! Have you been to a top-notch hotel in Ibadan? A one-stop at Hotel The Field in Bodija is an experience you don't want to miss. The aesthetic edifice is laced with 24 hours electricity supply, AC tight rooms, serene environment, courteous staff, and all comfort you can ever think of. Don't go too far. Sample our services. We have superior bed space, executive bed space, deluxe, studio, big space for all occasions, with all the comforts you can ever think of within and outside the country, Nigeria. Visit number 1B, Ululunge Street, Salami Estate, Bodija, Ibadan, or call 08033 950 705. Hotel The Field, one stop for comfort.
We are here to serve you with the best.
Oh yes, Honor FM 103.5 Ibadan. We are at your service.
Okay, good to know you are still there listening to Sports Today on Honor 103.5 FM. Eniola Afolabi, the Sports Marshal, and of course, Ayomekun Leo Purity. Well, let's turn our attention rather to FIFA Women's World Cup. If you check, unfortunately, Ayo, until you turn, you can't watch the game. But me, I can watch it from my position here. FIFA Women's World Cup is going on. Some games have been wrapped up today, and South Africa have actually joined Nigeria in the second round. Well, they defeated Italy by 3-2. Argentina lost to Sweden by 2-0. So Argentina firmly rooted to the bottom of the group with just 1 point. Italy finished with 3 points, South Africa with 4 points, and Sweden maximum 9 points from 3 matches. I mean, good things to celebrate for Africa.
Yeah, I think I was highly impressed with the performance of the South African team because they came from behind, to get a victory in that game, and it's one of the most important victory when it comes to their history in football. And it's a good one seeing them qualify to the likes of Nigeria. Also, we are still expecting Morocco tomorrow if they will be able to perform the magic against Colombia.
It's actually today.
Okay.
Morocco taking on Colombia, and South Korea taking on Germany.
Yeah, definitely.
And
expecting
how the group looks like at the moment: Colombia topping with 6 points,
6 points,
Germany on 3 points, and of course Morocco on 3 points. But Morocco will have their hands full because their goal difference is actually minus
5.
Wow. I mean, South Korea -3. Those ones they don't cut.
No, they can still play
South
a draw.
Korea?
Against Germany. Anything can happen in world of
if
football.
they play draw, they still cannot qualify.
But
they
then
have 0 points.
But then it will make room for Morocco. To get past Germany.
Okay. See, incurable optimist. Okay, is Morocco up against Colombia and South Korea up against Germany. The game will be starting in about a few minutes time, 11 a.m. precisely. Sweden defeated Argentina 2-0. South Africa actually defeated Italy by 3-2. Congratulations to Bayana of South Africa. Imagine South Africa qualifying, Nigeria couldn't make it. It's good day much.
Definitely, it will be the match will be loud right there in South Africa. But then, thank God we are in the next stages also.
Okay, so far, Inata Miyazawa is the highest goal scorer of the competition. She has 4 goals, 1 assist, and she has played 3 matches, averaging 2.18 goals per match. That's about 63% shot accuracy and 50% goal conversion. Second is Lauren James of England. 3 goals and 3 assists. So if James actually has, she was the man of the match yesterday. I mean, they start to watch out to see yesterday, giving England all the important victory in that game. If she scored one more goal like this, she's going to leapfrog Miyazawa because she has more assists.
Yeah.
Agribold of Brazil is on 3 goals. Sophia Hong of Norway 3 goals. Alexandra Popp of Germany on 3 goals. I don't know why Popp is not living up at this year's competition.
No, I think it's not about Popp alone. I think it's about the German team generally. This is not the German team we used to know when it comes to female football. I don't know what is going on in that team. Probably they are still finding their feet in this series of World Cup, but then I still believe they'll still be able to get what they need to do and get back to their form.
Top teams are really struggling.
Yeah, even the level of Brazil also. So I just think
even
it's just
United
normal.
States of America.
Yes, it's just normal. Sometimes you see them, struggling in the beginning of the tournament.
Okay, we'll keep you updated as far as FIFA Women's World Cup is concerned. Let me put you on the spot this morning. Your team, Arsenal, have agreed with Brentford to sign 27-year-old Spain goalkeeper David Raya, who is valued at £40 million. I mean, what happens to Ramsdale?
You know what happened last season was that people were complaining about the squad depth right there in the Arsenal team, and this season they'll be able to bring in some player to join the squad.
He will sit on the bench.
I don't know
Raya.
I don't know the plan of Arteta, but then I begin to figure it out how it's going to play out between Ramsdale and Raya also, because those guys are in the top of their game. But then they'll be playing in the Champions League. Probably one will be playing in the Champions League and the other will play in the Premier League. We never can tell.
Okay, I'm still coming. Manager Mauricio Pochettino says new signing Leslie Ugochukwu may go on loan after the midfielder joined Chelsea for €27 million from Reims. Ugochukwu has signed a 7-year deal, but Pochettino has not yet decided the Frenchman's immediate future. Well, maybe a Frenchman, but sounds like a Nigerian name.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually a Nigerian name, so don't even move near it. He's a Nigerian to us, playing for France. Even though he hasn't featured at the senior level. But Chelsea, as much as they are shipping out players, they are also bringing in players. I mean, I don't understand.
The funniest part is that I don't know what is going on in Chelsea, bringing in Nigerians. Most of that, especially the guys from the eastern part of Nigeria, they have Chukwuemeka, they have Madueke, and now they have Ugochukwu in the team also. Maybe I'll change my name to Chukwuemeka, and they will get me that team. But then I think they have a plan and they have a process. Although probably in the next 2-3 years you should be seeing a very strong Chelsea side. But then I think they're just working on a low key side. But then there's this news that's coming from Real Madrid. Tchouaméni might be leaving Real Madrid now. So I think Chelsea should just go for Tchouaméni to fill in that midfield position.
This is the time for Tchouaméni to actually fit in. Modric has signed just only 1-year contract, and I don't think Tchouaméni is going to leave.
No, but according to the news coming from Real Madrid, there's no room for him in that team. He might not have that much playing time in that team anymore. So I think it's just the right time for him to just leave that team now.
Okay, our time is up, but Chelsea have added Leeds United's USA midfielder Tyler Adams and Ajax Mexico midfielder Edson Alvarez, 25, to their list of transfer targets. Imagine they still get those two players. The ranks keep growing. Well, let's leave the studio on this rather sad note. Fluminense, former Real Madrid defender, that's Marcelo, he left the pitch in tears after being sent off for a challenge in which an opponent suffered a horrific injury. Argentinos junior defender Luciano Sanchez dislocated his left knee when his leg buckled underneath him after Marcelo stood on his shin. Concerned players from both teams surrounded Sanchez, who is 29. Let me quote Marcelo. He said, "Today I had a very difficult moment on the pitch. I unintentionally injured a fellow player. I want to wish him the best possible recovery, all the strength in the world." That's according to Marcelo. I mean, how can you stand on someone's shin and don't expect a dislocation?
According to him, he said it was not intentional. You know, it happens in football sometimes. But then I think it's a sad one. And I saw the video. It's a career-threatening injury, and I wish him a very quick recovery.
Okay, Brazil is taking on Jamaica. We'll start in a few minutes' time. Panama will also take on France. Those are the matches coming up today. As a matter of fact, they have lined up singing the national anthem, their national anthem. We'll keep you updated as far as the FIFA Women's World Cup is concerned on our subsequent sports program. My name is Eniola Afolabi. On behalf of Ayomikun, who is in the studio with me, we'll be back tomorrow for a fresh and exciting edition of Sports Today. Enjoy your day at work and keep listening to Honor 103.5 FM. Good morning.
Honor 103.5 FM.
láti Honor FM láti kìí o torí pé ẹni yìí ni yìí o ẹ ṣé o Honor 103.5